at the AWFS conference here, and I'm looking for unique things that you guys might be interested in, that I might be interested in and checking out. And one of the things I've been resistant to is this shaper origin tool, thinking I've got a CNC and what could I do with it that's different than my CNC, and it's turning out there's a lot of different things that I could do with it that I hadn't thought about. And also the fact that they're coming out with new products all the time, and one of the more recent products they're getting ready to release that I'd heard about was this bench pilot, and where it's almost like a little portable CNC, I'd say, and you can do a lot more stuff with the mortise and tenon joinery and some of those things that might be really handy in my shop or in your shop. So I asked the gentleman to give me a little demo, and that's what we're going to do. Is I'm going to turn you around so he can tell us about it and give us a little demo of this new bench pilot that they have going on. So with that, let me turn you around. Hold on. All right. Cool. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is bench pilot. So if you're familiar with Origin, this is Origin. This is a handheld CNC router. What does that mean? It means that I can take Origin to the workpiece. So this is pretty different from a traditional CNC. You bring Origin to the workpiece rather than bringing the workpiece to Origin. You steer it with your hands. It's in the form factor of a plunge router, except that the spindle moves independently of the base. So your job as the operator is always to get it within a half of an inch of the corrective range, half of an inch of what you're trying to cut. And within that half inch, there's a corrective range. And so it'll auto-correct for you hundreds of times a second to ensure that you have a really clean and accurate cut. So again, you apply that technology to a number of different things: joinery, inlays, signage, hardware installation, cutting profiles for a chair, making templates, list goes on. So this has been around for almost 10 years now. Origin is designed and engineered in California by Shaper. It's manufactured and assembled by Festool in Germany. So Shaper, SawStop, Festool, we're all part of the same group of companies, just to give you a sense of the kind of quality that you're getting out of the tool. So the big new thing from Shaper is Bench Pilot. And what Bench Pilot does is essentially converts Origin into more of an automated system. So we like to refer to it as an autopilot for Origin. And if you already know how to use Origin, there's really nothing new to learn. All you do is simply clip it into Bench Pilot, and it instantly recognizes that it's in pilot mode now, and the cut button turns into a pilot button. All of the scanning and the designing and the cutting is identical to how you would normally use Origin. It's just now Bench Pilot, this big entry system, is now going to take over doing the gross motion. The autocorrective mechanism within Origin is still at play. So this is where all the precision is coming from. And then the big movements are coming from Bench Pilot. The other big difference from a typical CNC machine that, a lot of home hobbyists or professionals, small shops, the types of CNC machines that they're using are traditionally cutting on a horizontal plane. We have another Bench Pilot right over there that's set up in that orientation. But Bench Pilot allows us with Workstation, which is this fixture that Bench Pilot's connected to, allows us not only to cut horizontally, but vertically. So here we are, we've got 6, 1 by, I'd say 3/4 by 1 inch stock. And we're set up with these 6 parts mounted vertically. We're going to go ahead and cut some mortises and some tenons to make a small gift box. We've made probably 200 of these boxes. Yeah, this is what we're making here. And you can see, this is the kind of fit. So we got one here.
So what we're doing with this right now is making these boxes. Right. So this is the end result of what this is.
What this is about to do.
We're going to be cutting. Very delicate.
And again, if you're familiar with CNC, one of the things that you wouldn't really be too thrilled about doing at this point in this operation is maybe interrupting the cut. So this is finishing to clear this one pocket. And now let's say I want to go ahead and pause this I can pause this, move it out of the way. I can take my calipers and measure and make sure that that is actually bang on accurate like I want it to be. And then just restart the process. Or rather, continue cutting, not restart the process.
I got you.
Yeah. And then I can hit this menu so I can be over on the other side of the shop, making sure, taking care of other business. For example, our setup with this is we have the other half of the other. This is the last run that we just made. We're flipping them over and getting them ready for another set of cuts, and then when it's time, we zip them all off with this crosscut fixture.
Got it.
So the idea here is, right, while those are cutting, you can be over here preparing the next set and just continue going. So it's a one-person operation. You could do, 100 of these in a day once you get going.
Very cool. I also asked him to demonstrate for me how easy it would be to put in hinges and other things, hardware, in either boxes or doors or something else, because that's supposed to be another advantage of this portable CNC concept, this Shaper Origin. And so he's going to demonstrate that for me right now.
This is what we call a universal template for Origin. You can see we've got plates set up over here, cutting mortises into the side of the door, a big concealed hinge.
So he's cutting mortises into this door with a concealed hinge using this setup that he's getting ready to demonstrate for us.
This is called plate, and what plate allows you to do is align Origin with just a simple pencil mark. So I can take, let's imagine this were the side of a door and I wanted to put in one of these sauce 101 hinges. So I can make a pencil mark, lay out my tape, make a pencil mark of where I want to align that hinge to. Deploy this front fence here, and you can see there's this center line marking here.
So you're lining that center, you're lining this mark right, show me again, you're lining this mark here with that right there? Okay.
Yep, and then we can retract this and bring Origin over to plate. Now, Origin, immediately if you come over here, you actually need to see Origin screen for this to make sense. So the setup for plate is that you make 3 probe points. You probe here, here, and here. And now I have a coordinate system of crosshatch, if you will. It's right in the center. So Origin sees plate, it knows exactly where the center is, and I can set up my file by just moving it down 50 millimeters from that center point, and that corresponds to the front edge. Making sense so far?
So far?
You can bring Origin over there. In cut settings, I just want to double check that I've got my 8 millimeter bit installed. I'm going to go ahead and zero out the bit, Z-touch. It's going to find the surface there. And now I'm going to switch over to the inner side of that. Sauce in. And now this might be a little tight, right? Because let's see if it fits. That's kind of perfect. I would leave that there.
I'm going to say that looks pretty good to me.
If that were too tight, what I can do is come back over here to Origin and adjust the offset. Right now I'm cutting it at 0 offset. I can adjust the offset to say -0.02 of an inch and open this up a little bit more so it's a little bit less tight. There's the sauce installation. And now, when I'm ready to do my next one, here's the part where it gets really, really fast, is when I'm ready to do my next one. I just slide this over to my next pencil mark, bring Origin over, and I'm ready to cut again. And you can knock these out again and again and again. If you've ever installed a sauce hinge before, you know how difficult and painful that can be.
I haven't because it's too difficult.
And there are hundreds of these files that we prepared in this hardware catalog. These are all free and available to the community. So you can call these files up on Origin. They're all stored in the cloud. When you connect your tool to Wi-Fi, you can access any of these. So for example, all you need to do is go onto Shaper Hub, which is our online repository of all these files. And in there, there's a hardware catalog. Or if you have one of these physical catalogs, you can scan this QR code, hit sync to my files, and it'll appear directly on the machine. So that's an example of the hardware installation. Is that a good overview for this one?
Overview. Okay, that's a wrap on the Shaper Origin. I didn't get into the Shaper Origin itself because I had already played around with that once before. And most people have heard about the Shaper Origin. It's that portable router, as the guy said, that you take to the work. And so it's really a handy tool if you want to do something like on a floor or a remote area where you can't use the CNC. But with a CNC, I still have to think about it some more on whether I would be willing to purchase it. It's about $3,500 with all the accessories that I was looking at. It is pretty cool, and it can do some stuff that I can't do with my CNC. The key thing I would like it for is the joinery that you saw demonstrated there with the hinges for boxes and other things. I tend to shy away from that. I do have a regular router, but of course it's not got all the built-in software, and I have to drive it and make sure I don't mess it up. It's pretty cool that you can drive that thing around and it won't let you go outside the lines of the design, and how it knows where everything is. I need to explore that a little bit more. So am I going to buy one? Well, I don't know. Not right at the moment. I'll give it some thought. If I didn't have a CNC though, I would seriously give it some consideration for the things that it can do. And the fact that it's so portable and it doesn't take up so much room in the shop. So if I had a small shop, I might give that some consideration. I'm not sure what your situation is, and I'm not sure how well I covered it for you, but I did want to share the things that I learned about it, and now I'm a little bit more on the fence. And I do like to buy cool tools. Still on the fence on this one, but you can make up your own mind, do your own research, and hopefully this gave you a little bit of information. Tell me in the comments section if you got a little bit out of this, or know a little bit more about the Shaper Origin and the Shaper Origin Pilot, which, by the way, isn't out yet. It's coming out in the next couple months, I guess I understand. And the Shaper Origin maker plate for doing the hinges and stuff. Let me know in the comments if you picked up a thing or two on that. With that, have a good day, and I hope this was helpful.